Good day. This presentation is titled Psychological Trauma and Cultural Consciousness in Bisikan Dosa 2025, Exploring Modern Malay Psychological Horror. This study is presented at International Conference on Creative Practice in Film, Theatre and Animation, CREFTA 2026. This paper is co-authored by Ahmad Faizul Abdul Rashid and myself, Hafizah Rosri from Faculty of Film, Theatre and Animation, UITM.
Okay, this paper examines Muskandosa as a work of Malaysian psychological horror that shift fear away from supernatural spectacle towards emotional trauma.
However, Malaysia horror scholarship has often prioritized folklore, religion symbolism, and supernatural entities, leaving psychological and emotional dimension unexplored. Bisikan Dosa 2035 challenged this tendency by constructing horror through emotional disintegration rather than external ghostly traits situating fears within the protagonist's fractured psycho.
This study asks what breaks her psychologically and how the breakdown is shaped by Malay cultural and spiritual frameworks.
The research aimed to examine how Bisikan Dosa 2035 articulate physical psychological trauma through narrative structure, cultural consciousness, and gendered experience. Rather than treating horror as spectacles, the film positioned trauma, guilt, and moral anxiety as its primary sources of fear, grounded in Malay culture and spiritual framework.
Much Malaysian horror scholarship has focused on folklore, religious symbolism, and supernatural entities such as Pontianak or Hantu. While cultural significant, these emphasis often sideline trauma, guilt, and psychological instability.
The theoretical framework is the analysis is formed by three main theoretical lenses.
First, affect theory position emotion itself as the site of horror. Fear is not shown but felt.
And second, trauma theory drawing a Carrot and Kaplan, which understand trauma as a fragmented memory, repetition, and also emotional disorientation. Third, feminism film critics, particularly Butler, which allows us to read Sarima not as a monstrous woman, but as subject shaped by moral scrutinized gender expectation and social judgment.
Okay, as for methodology for this paper,
This study adopts a qualitative textual analysis using an adapted version, Blake Sider's Save the Cat beat sheet. Rather than using it as screenwriting guide, the beat structure is repurposed as an analytical framework on the map Sarima's psychological deterioration. Each narrative beat, from opening image to final image, is interpreted as a marker of emotional, moral, and cognitive transition rather than plot progression.
each narrative beat is read as a psychological transition rather than the plot function.
On the narrative and psychological analysis, the Act 1, Sarima is introduced in a state of emotional fragility, establishing a baseline of unresolved grief and guilt. Act 2 present a fall equilibrium where her perceived control, mask, and intensifying psychological fracture. Importantly, all of the lost moment is not defined by physical danger or supernatural confrontation, but by total emotional collapse, Sarima's internal breakdown of guilt and self-condemnation. The reframing demonstrates how narrative tension in Bisikan Dosa is constructed through emotional decay rather than external threat. Looking at Zara, guilt, and trauma, central to the film's psychological horror is Sarima's guilt. The character Zara functions not as a separate entity, but a projection of Sarima represent trauma and unsolved mourning. Her hallucination and delusion operate as survival mechanism, attempt to avoid confronting trauma, aligning with trauma theories, understanding of dissociation. As a result, horror emerged through emotional suffocation and physiological unease rather than fear of the supernatural. The feminism and cultural reading. From a feminism perspective, Bisikan Dosa reconfigures the figure of the monstrous woman. Sarima's breakdown is not depicted as personal weakness, but as a result of culturally imposed more expectation surrounding motherhood, pity, and emotional restraint. Malay spiritual concepts such as dosa, moral accountability, and spiritual contamination function symbolically rather than literally, forming a culturally specific language for guilt and trauma. The true horror, therefore, is not a ghost, but the internationalization of moral and social pressure.
The study finds that guilt in this film, primarily horror engine, Zara is not a supernatural entity, but as a projection of Sarima's unresolved trauma.
As a conclusion, Bisikan Dosa represent a significant shift in Malay horror cinema, from supernatural cautionary tales to psychologically grounded narratives of trauma and guilt. By integrating affect theory, trauma studies, and feminism criticism, this study contribute to a deeper understanding of Malaysian psychological horror as a cultural, embedded, and emotionally driven. The film articulates a distinctly Malaysian form of psychological horror where the residents within moral consciousness rather than mystic monstrosity. Thank you.
So, thank you everyone. Hope you enjoy watching our presentation.